Assalamu alaikum, 𝐒𝐄𝐢𝐞𝐧𝐜 here from PhD. I am here to present my seminar presentation topic, that is morpho-anatomical adaptations of dominantly grown wild Datura anoxia to wastewater resources, its productivity and ecological issues. In this presentation, we will discuss about the introduction, its aims and objectives, methodology of our research work, results, and then the future recommendations. The basic reason for this plant to choose after phytosociology and anatomy, morphology was that it is a strong medicinal plant. And if we talk about its common name, it is known as downy or thorn apple, moonflower, Sada datura. It belongs to family Solanaceae, and if we talk about its worldwide distribution, it is present in South Asia, Mexico, Central America, southern United States, and in Pakistan it is present around the roadsides, in around the wetlands, in warm regions and dry open habitats in Punjab, Sindh and Balochistan. This plant is well known for its both medicinal significances and toxic properties. And then comes its introduction, and many medicinal properties like antimicrobial, has antifungal properties, has source of tropane alkaloids, which cause and use in neurological and ophthalmic medicines. Next, it has the hallucinogenic properties also. It also used to cure the respiratory disorders. And next is it has analgesic and anti-inflammatory properties also, used to relieve the pains of muscles, pain of joints, and rheumatic swellings also. It has antispasmodic agent. It helps to and relieve these smooth muscle spasm in conditions like asthma, bronchitis, and gastrointestinal cramps. Next is it helps in wound healing, because it is a strong wound healer also. Next property is local anesthetic properties. If we talk about its local anesthetic properties, it has the numbing effect. When I was working on it, its smell was very scary, and felt it has some numbing effects. The next point we are going to discuss that because it was a strong phytoremediating plant. So before going to methodology, we will discuss its scenario, industrial scenario. My work is basically on industry that is located in Bahawalpur region, Samasata, in Lives Ghee Mill. The plants that were present around the Lives Ghee Mill, they were collected and then they were analyzed for that which plant is strong phytoremediation, and then we do the recommendations. So before going to methodology, I would like to discuss the scenario of global wastewater at global level, then Asia, and then Pakistan. Then we will discuss the what about the ghee industries. So here you can see that today rise in wastewater is increasing day by day. So if we talk about its cultivation, that 11% of the world's cultivated area is irrigated using the wastewater. Then is 10% of the population worldwide consume the food products that have been derived from the wastewater irrigated crops, and wastewater is prevalent practice globally due to shortage of the normal water. So next is, if we talk about its discharge globally, different sectors discharge approximately 400 billion meter cube of wastewater annually, leading to the contamination of over 5,000 billion meter cube of surface water. In Asia and Pacific region alone, more than 80% of the total industrial wastewater is discharged into the surface water bodies. And this enormous use of agriculture waste in Asia, the five countries are playing role are China, India, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Vietnam, including Pakistan. Pakistan is at 6th to 7th number. Then is 80% communities of Pakistan using untreated water for cultivation of about 32,500 hectare of land. If we talk about the industries in Pakistan, there are about 6,634 registered industrial units in Pakistan, and 1,228 industries are putting their effluents in water bodies, that is 1% treated only. And as a result, many heavy metals, including nickel, cadmium, arsenic, many other heavy metals, including total dissolved salt, increasing in the groundwater. And if we talk about the ghee industries in Pakistan, there are about 150 ghee industries in Pakistan, and Pakistan is producing 2.71 million tons of edible oil and vegetable ghee annually. And this is alarming situation that they are putting their industrial waste in the water bodies, other water bodies, in the fields and nearby areas without treating it. That is very alarming. And the plants which grow around them and adopt them successfully, they are called phytoremediated plants. So phytoremediation is the process in which plants accumulate these heavy metals and then change them into less toxic, and either they save within them or they discharge them into the atmosphere in less toxic condition. So adaptations in plants have been observed in number of plants. uh, Next is, our study is to investigate these types of plants. So the aims and objectives were to survey the or the phytosociological survey of industrial area. Next was to observe the morphological characteristics, that which morphological characteristics they have adopted in them to and due to which they are residing at that places by adaptation. We compare them with the control. Then our aim was to observe the anatomical observations, that internally in cells, in epidermis, cortex, and in vascular bundles, which characteristics differentiate them from the control. And we also compare them, inshallah we'll discuss in the next slide, that which anatomical characteristics they have adopted and due to which they were recommended as the strong phytoremediated plant. The fourth point is to find the most suitable plant to recommend for pollution control. Next is methodology. If we talk about the methodology, the first step was selection of site. This industrial area, 𝐒𝐜𝐢𝐞𝐧𝐜𝐞 mill, was taken as site 1, and the Islamic University of Bhavalpur was taken as side too. Next, we took the water and soil samples for the analysis of electrical conductivity, calcium, magnesium ions, sodium carbonates, bicarbonates, chlorides, sodium adsorption rate to compare and relate. Then we did the phytosociological survey, and then the sampling. First, if we here you can see the results of soil and water analysis in wastewater and in normal water. In wastewater, everything was higher than the normal, including electrical conductivity, soil pH, phosphorus, potassium, and in water, uh, same condition was present with electrical conductivity, calcium, magnesium, sodium, bicarbonates, except chloride. And similarly, if we talk about the soil, the organic matter and soil saturation was lower in wastewater than the normal water. Next is phytosociological survey. When we survey the area, about 51 plant species were identified around 1 to 2 kilometer area. Uh, Among all these plants, the dominant plant was the Datura inoxia with 9.67 IVI, and its density was 0.92. The highest frequency, the plant with highest frequency was Xanthium strumarium, that was 5.76%, and the total frequency with 30%. Highest cover of the Datura inoxia was 15.27 centimeter with 908.28 total 28 cm total cover. Here you can see the industry. We find the IVI. These three dominant plants were identified. The Datura inoxia, here you can see its IV 28.79, then Physalis phyllodes 19.72, and Xanthium with 24.34. Then we made the formaldehyde solution with 50% ethyl alcohol, 35% distilled water, and 10% formalin, and 50% acetic acid to preserve these samples for their anatomical studies. Morphological parameters of the Datura inoxia. If we talk about their morphological parameters, the plant height was taken, root length, branch count, leaf area, fresh water, fresh weight, and dry weight. 7 characteristics were taken. Here you can see the images. These are the results. Here you can see the results. Here are the results of our morphological study. Here you can see the plant height, all these characteristics, plant biomass, including fresh and dry biomass, number of branches, number of leaves, and leaf area. All these characteristics were found lower in industrial water as compared to the normal water. So stunted growth was observed, but in case of diameter and root length, the variation was present here, and it shows the clear adaptation of this plant to wastewater. Here you can see the stem diameter and root diameter. The stem diameter was higher in the wastewater than the normal water, but the root diameter was lower in wastewater than the normal water. The first case is this, and the second, here you can see root length. The root length in wastewater was greater than the normal water. So here we can relate it as same like deserted plants. When there is scarcity of water, the root length increase in search of water. So here may also the possibility that due to impurity and heavy metals, the roots increase their size in search of pure water. So their length increase in this scenario. And But the diameter is you can see here diameter is lower as compared to root length. So here the lateral phenomena, as we studied that apical dominance and lateral dominance, the lateral dominance phenomena exhibit here that when root length increase, the diameter decrease. But in case of stem, you can see the diameter is greater, but the length is shorter. So we can relate here, this is a strong adaptation of this plant that we observed. And these are also that due to heavy metals and less pure water, leaf areas minimize, the number of leaves become lower, and biomass also. So the we are going to next slide. The anatomical studies. In anatomical studies, the methodology that was adopted is that samples were taken, then they were washed, they were then fixed in preservative for 48 hours in formaldehyde solution. Then they were transferred to acetic acid and alcohol with 1 to 3 ratio, 1:3. Acetic acid 1 part and alcohol 3 parts. Then sectioning of stem, root and leaves were done. Then we do the double staining with fast green and saffronin, and the slides were prepared and observed under the microscope. This is the solution, the concentration of solution. These are the anatomical characteristics that were taken during the study. Stem and here I discuss about the stem and root. Basically cell thickness and cell areas, including epidermis, hypodermis, cortex, endodermis, then xylem pith, and cell areas for endodermis, epidermis, hypodermis, cortex, protoxylem, metaxylem, sclerenchyma, parenchyma, collenchyma, and pith. These are the slides. These are the results. In green water showing, here are the results of anatomical observation. Number of vascular bundles have been discussed here, that in normal water and wastewater, the mud color showing the wastewater and green color showing the normal water. So if we summarize the result, that this plant has highest IVI, reduced growth, large diameter of stem, elongated roots, less diameter of root, and anatomical results, ruptured vascular tissues are also present, and the number of vascular bundles in the wastewater as compared to normal water. So if we summarize greater, here you can see the ruptured vascular bundles were present. We observed this is also a clear indication for adaptation and the stress of heavy metals on the vascular bundles. Here you can also see the vascular bundles have been disturbed and they dispersed. So this was a clear indication of phytoremediation. If we talk about the future recommendations, here are future recommendations that in Pakistan no much work has been done on the Datura anoxia for medicinal point of view, and some other ways also. Here I mention that it can act as the allelopathic plant, that the extracts of these plants can be applied for the germination of seed in wheat, maize, and rice. Then scopolamine and atropine, that can act as, it has these chemicals that can act as anti-cancerous. Next is we can make the nasal sprays, anti-asthma, and bronchodilator formulations can also be done. And then it has the flavonoids, which can help in wound healings and mouth sprays, making of mouth sprays. The most important point that I kept at number 5 is nano drug formulation. Due to the nanotechnology using nowadays at their greater extent, these are, here you can see silver nanoparticles, gold nanoparticles can be made, zinc oxide nanoparticles, iron and nanoliposomes can be made from the 𝐒𝐜𝐢𝐞𝐳, because it is a phytonemidaclin plant and it accumulates. Thank you. This is the paper of our research work.